welcome to soccercoachingblog.com. My name is Paul Walmsley, and I'd like to thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule to stop by the blog and be part of our soccer coaching community. Today I want to talk about yesterday's epic, gargantuan, massive battle in the FIFA Women's World Cup final between Japan and the USA. First of all, I want to give credit to the entire tournament, FIFA, Germany, the Frankfurt stadium, both teams, both players, coaching staff, the referee, the officials were great as well. An all-round amazing tournament, and what a fantastic game to finish on. Anyone who's not a fan of soccer watching that would now be hooked on the game. Anybody who has any doubts about women's soccer will now be hooked on the game. It was a fantastic game, and all credit to everybody involved. So let's review what happened. We can all be Monday morning quarterbacks, as they say, but let's review some of the important points. First of all, pre-match preparation. Ian Darke in the middle of the game said that Hope Solo had conducted over 200 interviews. Abby Wambach was everywhere, and understandable in a way, promoting the game, promoting the team, generating support. But I've got to question the coach there. Why on earth is she letting players do 200 interviews before the biggest game of her life, the biggest game of the team's life? Think about that. Hope Solo, instead of doing 200 interviews, could have been resting, recuperating, practicing penalty saves, watching videos of Japan, watching what their finishers do. I think that was... you say to a player like that, do your 200 interviews after we've won the World Cup with the trophy in your hand. I think that was a mistake on the coaching staff's part there, absolutely. Secondly, USA going into the game. They've never lost against Japan. They've recently beat them twice in the last couple of months before the tournament. They are 10 for 10 on penalties. So maybe, tongue-in-cheek, they came into the game just thinking they had to show up and it was going to be a piece of cake, a walk in the park. They came out great. They absolutely came out wonderfully. Had Japan on the back foot, and in all reality, they could have been 4 or 5-0 up after 30 minutes or so. Uncharacteristically, though, for the USA, I think there were some glory hunters there that put themselves before the team. 48 seconds into the game, Cheney's done everything she needs to do. All it needs is a little pull back to a player in space and a side foot. You've won the World Cup. But no, she must have watched Cristiano Ronaldo the night before against LA Galaxy and tried to score from a ridiculous angle near post. That was a preview of coming attractions, really. I think there's a number of chances where the USA could have scored an easier goal, but the player on the ball was thinking about herself. So that was a surprise. Defensive mistakes, of course, can happen. The captain gave the ball away needlessly for the first goal, and then a comedy of errors in the box there, trying to clear it, and Japan took advantage of it. All credit. Again, Hope Solo, it's easy for me to say, could have attacked the ball better than making a dive one way or the other, but anyone can make fault of mistakes like that, so I'm not here to do that. Buehler didn't have her best game, marking the playmaker, the star of Japan, number 10, Samawara. I think that was a mistake. I'm going to be controversial now, and I'm going to throw this out there. I think Buehler was overweight, not in shape as much as she should. So why are you putting her on their top goal scorer, their renowned superstar? Why is she marking her in the corner with 3 or 4 minutes to go? Makes no sense, and the rest is history. And then it came to the penalty shootout. Again, the USA, 1999, 12 years ago, big thing with that win in front of 90,000 at the Rose Bowl. The USA before this game were 10 for 10 on penalties, so maybe they went into the game with an attitude that, hey, we win penalty shootouts, we're not England. I think they should have mixed it up. I think that they should have spent time thinking about the order of the penalties. To start off with Shannon Box, again, is a mistake in my opinion. Number one, they could have mixed it up a little bit. And then they have to have took into account, or they should have took into account, the fact that Japan's watched them take penalties against Brazil, and of course they knew which side they would normally take them to. So again, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I think that could have been better coached as well. Okay, as you can see now in the report, I now have my son Keegan here. Mom and his big brother are taking Grandma to the airport, so Keegan started crying, but the show must go on. First of all, the soccer coaching blog is not here to criticize coaching and be a Monday morning quarterback. We're here to make observations and to take those observations forward into our coaching and see if we can improve moving forwards. Do you agree? Maybe not. Okay, so let's move forwards now. Okay, are you done? Yeah? Do you not agree with Daddy? Okay, let's see if we can do this. Was that bad, was it? You wanted USA to win? And you're still upset about it? You mad at Abby Wambach for missing that sitter? I don't blame you. Okay, alright, so no? The idea of the soccer coaching blog is to look at games that we've all seen on TV and look for coaching moments and look for things and lessons to be learned that we can all benefit from, and then take that into our experience and become a better coach ourselves. So let's take a look at some of the lessons to be learned. Whatever level you're coaching at, whether it's club or high school or semi-pro or college, there's times when you're going to go into a game, into a tournament, into a final where you're the confirmed favourite. And you can use yesterday's game to show how to handle that and basically put across to your players that you need to be humble before a game like this. You need to be have the right attitude in terms of work rate and preparation. Try even harder in practice. Practice more things, focusing on what you need to do, and don't go into the game where it's a foregone conclusion in your mind that you're going to win. So that's a big one. Be humble, like the Japanese team were. They were quiet, they were confident. The coach had a smile on his face before the penalty shootout, which was fantastic to see. But yes, that's the first lesson. Be humble and be prepared for a game, even if you're the confirmed favourite. The next thing is to spend more time practicing finishing. Again, we all know what happened in the game. The USA had so many chances they could have wrapped the game up within 30 minutes, but they didn't put the ball in the back of the net. I instigated a big change 2 years ago in my college coaching, where I decided to devote at least half of each practice to putting the ball in the back of the net. I don't mean standing in lines, taking a touch, taking a shot. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about game-like finishing practices where they're dealing with crosses, they're dealing with quick playing around the box, rebounds, shooting outside the box, 1-2s, anything you need to do to put the ball in the net. And what I found was that the coaching staff enjoyed it. The players especially enjoyed sticking the ball in the net. It was a great workout. It gave them lots of confidence, and immediate results came through. The following game, after we put this into practice for a week, we scored 5 goals away from home, winning 5-4. So I think that teams should spend much more time practicing sticking the ball in the back of the net. Junior from Northern California, a regular visitor to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/soccercoachingblog, he pointed out that he thought it was a mistake to bring on Tobin Heath to such a late stage of the game. And I agree with that. I don't know anything about the player, but the fact is, when you're defending a win 5 minutes, 10 minutes from the biggest victory of your life, take off a forward, bring on a defender, or bring on a defensive midfielder player, play ugly, plug up holes, make it much more difficult for the other team. Bringing on an inexperienced player to play in a forward style of position, where she was taking players on and losing the ball, losing possession, which is the last thing you want to do at that stage, and then even to put her in as a penalty shooter, again, made no sense whatsoever. So when you're coaching and you're 2-1 up and you got 5 minutes to go, basic coaching tactic: take an attacking player off, put a defensive kind of player on, shut down the game. And I think that was a big lesson again for us all. The biggest lesson I picked up from yesterday's game was, again, that soccer is the greatest sport on the planet. Anybody watching that game would agree. And as I put on my Facebook page, again, Soccer Coaching Blog Facebook page, you'll see that in a second. Soccer doesn't necessarily believe in favourites and going with how it should go. It does often fly in the face of convention. Japan won the game when they were behind twice, and they beat a team they've never beat before. So that's another testament to this fantastic game of soccer. So these are just my opinions. Again, I don't know all the answers. We're a community here. I look forward to your comments and observations about yesterday's game between Japan and USA. I look forward to what you learned from that. Please leave a comment, leave a video comment if you'd like, so we can all learn from each other. And again, thanks for visiting. Please follow us on Twitter at Soccer Coach Blog. Please become a fan on Facebook at Soccer Coaching Blog. And please spread the word. Let your friends, your coaching colleagues, your teammates know about our blog. And let's talk soccer. Thank you.